Hi Cancers, how are you? It's me, Lauren, with the Untitled Tarot. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is going to be your April monthly reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Tropical, Vedic. If you were drawn here, we are very happy to have you. I hope everybody's quarantining well. If you're out there working, I hope you're being safe. I hope everybody's feeling good. Trying to keep the stress to a minimum, yes. So these monthly readings are gonna go a little bit differently than the weeklies that we've been doing. We're gonna pull from the Good Tarot, which I've used before on my channel, but it's an infrequent flyer, and we're gonna pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle, which we use a lot here. But other than that, we're gonna use 4 other additional decks that we haven't used here so far, so that's exciting. And the way that we're basically gonna break it down is we're gonna pull a few general energies for your month to kind of see what we're working with, what we're gonna go through, and then we're gonna pull a couple tarot cards, just a couple, just to give us a little bit of a better idea of what's going on with you. Not too many, it's not your taroscope. And then we're gonna pull a 3D advice card, is what I like to pull it. It's kind of how we can help ourselves, you know, like Spirit helps those who helps themselves. So this is how we are going to proactively help ourselves throughout our month to get the best out of our situations, get the most out of ourselves, bring the best of ourselves forward, yes. And then we're gonna pull a 5D advice card, advice from Spirit about how we're gonna work with them, with our higher self, to get further on our path. And then we're gonna pull a bridge card, and that's gonna help us combine our 3D human homework with our 5D soul homework, how we're gonna combine it all. And then we're gonna pull a little crystal card for you at the end. See if there's any crystals that you might need that might help you out. So let's get into it. Let's get in a prayer before we talk about your pre-shuffle. Source, and thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for helping me connect with my Cancerians, my little Krabby Patties. I want to thank you for all the love, the blessings, the abundance, the protection, the messages, every day, every way, always. If there's any messages in my little Cancerians, best and highest good, please send them through. Thank you. Now, my little Krabby Patties. It's funny how I get messages in everybody's pre-shuffles. Like I do the little pre-shuffle playlist for everyone. So for some of the signs, it's really the music that jumps out is really how you want to like let me know, give me an idea of what's going on with you. Sometimes it's just like audio. Sometimes it's visual. I get like flashes of like weird scenes. That's what I was getting for you today. And I had, let's chat for just a moment. I had this like vision of my mind. It's like a beach and it's like this little tiny fire and it's like all of these crabs, all these little crabs, and everybody's like busy and they're like partying, and it's a very almost like a 3 of Cups kind of energy. And there's just a rain and all the crabs scatter, except for maybe a few. And then there's this one crab and he sees that the fire's going out, or how do you gender a crab? I don't know. They see the little fire's going out. So it's like I see this little crab like trying to grab things to put onto the fire to like keep it going. And I sat in the energy for so long trying to like see what it was exactly that the crab was grabbing to try and like put on this fire to keep it alive, you know? I guess I couldn't see because I'm sure it's different for all of you. That might be why. But yeah, it's raining and this little fire's going out and this little crab like seems frustrated, and there's like, I feel like there are like other little crabs like coming out to try and like help build the fire, but the one crab's like snapping on him, it's like so close. And so they're kind of like scurrying away. And it's just like this whole scene in my head of this crab trying to put this fire, and it's like it's raining and it's going out and trying to build more of the fire and it's going out, and it's like really this frustrating like process. And then all of a sudden it's like the crab just like stops and kind of just like stares at the little fire going out. And then it looks like it's almost out, and it's like this weird feeling of like coming out of it, or like coming back online, or like coming out of a fog. It's like well, just let it die then. Like, it almost feels like a 10 of Wands energy. It's just like, just drop it. Just let it die. Just let it die. And it seems, and I have this weird feeling, and it's like when that happens, there's like a little tiny ember left in it, and it like, the rain starts to subside, and it goes to night, and then the fire starts to grow again. It's this like really cool, it's this really weird like thing. It's this really weird image that I have in my mind that they gave me, but it's this like idea of just like letting it, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go. Like I'm sick of frustrating myself about this. Like I'm not gonna do it. Like I've snapped at people. Like it's just like, it's not working anyway. Like I'm just gonna let it go. Like I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it die. And then it's just like this moment of like, oh, well that's over. And then it's like this little fire and you're like, oh, and it's like this brand new fire that's starting. So that's really cool. And as that fire is kind of growing, I see like a couple little crabs. I see three. That's like a special number to you guys. I see 3 little crabs. And they like come out like of the dark. You know what I mean? Like out of the rain. And they like kind of gather around this like little new fire that's starting to breathe and grow. They waited out the rain. So let's get into some general energies for you. This is the Oracle of the Mystical Moments deck. I have so many decks out. I'm like, which one to switch? Now that we've shuffled this deck to high hell. Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to work week. That's a weird, you going to work? Are you guys seeing that song? That's a weird song to pop it in my head. What is that? Is that Snow White? You guys watching Disney movies? Maybe. There's not much else to do if you're quarantined. Everybody's taking advantage of that Disney Plus, you know? Not me. I'm not a Disney Plus girl. One. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just how I shuffle that they keep doing that. Interesting. Do you have any more in this? I know I like 4. It's a monthly, so I like to have 4 cards. Okay, you go back to your home. Okay. Hold, please. So first out, you have number 48, Butterfly Garden. 4 and an 8. It breaks down to a 12. 1 and a 2. That's a 3. That's a 3, baby. This is very much of a stop and smelling the roses a little bit. She looks a little tired, a little forlorn, maybe. But there's also like a little glimmer of hope when she sees like that little bit of beauty, that butterfly in her head, that little bit of transformation that could be possible, that little life left back in that fire. Being like, wow, just being a little bit amazed by it. It's still there. Next out, 18, Treasured Memories. I'm getting a lot. Okay, I'm trying to compartmentalize what is happening in my brain right now. So obviously this is treasured memories, right? Part of it is you could be sitting in this moment, a little bit of solitude, maybe after having gone through some frustrating experiences in the past, maybe having started projects that didn't work out for you, and maybe in a few ways holding on to that. Yes, like holding on to that. You know, it's that little bit of trying to keep building something and it just won't work, and it just won't work. And it's, you know, it's a lot of times we do that because of nostalgia, because we have these memories, because we have these emotional attachments to people, to places, to things. You know, you could be at a job for a long time, and you know, those people feel like family to you. You feel invested in that place, even if you feel like, you know, you should go to, there's more out there for you, you know. We attach ourselves to these things, these memories, the potential of these situations. But they're not all bad either, right? Sometimes these memories are the things that keep us going. They help us light the fires within us. You know, those good moments, those laughs that you have with people, the times that you can laugh at yourself. Those are moments that you can appreciate. Even in your quietest moments, even in your deepest struggles, even when it's raining and you can't get the fire and all the other crabs left and you're all by yourself and you're all pissed off. It's like when you just surrender, you just drop all the wands for a second. You're like, you just kind of got to laugh. It's almost like when you get so frustrated about something, you just have to laugh about it a little bit. That's a little bit what this feels like. Kind of remembering the good times, falling back on that a little bit, just like, as like a comfort. It's like a self-soothing thing, you know? It's like, when you don't feel good and you remember the time that like when you were little and your mom used to like make you soup, you know, you're just like, that was nice. It's like that's a treasured memory. Like I remember like when I wasn't trying to build these fires over here, somebody else kept me warm, you know? It wasn't my responsibility. Next out, Flower Spirit. This is a beautiful card. This card is about gentleness and it's about joy and it's about friendship. Yes, she's young. So this could be new people in your life or approaching situations in a new way, taking care of different parts of yourself, nurturing different parts of yourself that maybe you haven't paid attention to in a long time. Really nurturing the people that feed your soul, you know, the people that are good to you back. It's a very tender, gentle energy. It's beautiful. And I think in a little bit of the surrender and kind of falling back on these like treasured memories, I think it's kind of reminding you, you know, what you really can count on, which is always, most importantly, yourself. Like you always have yourself. Like you're never alone. It's you and it's spirit and you're never ever alone. But this card is about friendship too. So you have friends. She's a young girl, so it might not seem obvious to you. But you have friends. Number 38, Lullaby. This is a card about dreams. Could be wishes, manifestations, wish upon a star, sure. But this card is also about literally dreams. So you could be having dreams about a new way to build this fire. You could be having dreams about needing to just let that fire go out. You could be having dreams about someone. You could be interacting in the dream space with somebody that you're spiritually connected to, soul tribe kind of thing. You could be connecting with your higher self and your guides in your dreams. They're trying to help guide you, support you, heal you along your process. It won't keep raining. That's what I'm hearing. It won't keep raining. The sun will come out tomorrow. They're funny. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. The days are gray and lonely. On my chin and grin and say, you guys are gonna be all right. It's not a devastating energy. At this point, wherever you are in your process, it doesn't feel like a devastating energy. Give up the give up the act. But it feels like in the process of doing that and that surrender and kind of coming, the treasured memories also feels like a little bit of like coming back home to yourself. I think that's why I was feeling that like coming to, or like coming back online, or coming like back where it's like out of a fog. You know, it's like when you're so frustrated, it's like you can't find something, like you're late for work and you need to find your keys and you're annoyed and you can't find them. And they're in a very like probably clear and obvious spot, but you're just so frustrated that it's like you can't see anything, you know? It's like that once you just like let it go and chill out for a second, just like, okay. It gives you like, lets like enough steam out of the kettle. I see like steam in a kettle, like it lets it out so that way you could actually like see things. And when you're seeing things, it feels like you see things more clearly. And that's when you're able to see like that little ember. Just breathe on it, they said. Just breathe on it. The fire needs oxygen, right? They're saying don't, this is your April monthly. So this is something that you could be dealing with like right now, and it's going to keep playing out through April, or this could be something that's like going through as we're going to see in 2 weeks when we do your mid-monthly. But they're saying you don't grab like wands or like don't like try and build a fire. Just breathe on the fire. It just needs oxygen, like life. Just breathe life into whatever this new job, this new passion project, this new like this aspect of yourself. This could be like you connecting with yourself like spiritually. I'm getting like some very like awakening type energies. I think that's that like coming online. It's like that like waking up, that like like I didn't see it. And like there are other crabs. Three. Oh, I don't want, see, look, you guys keep wanting me to pull, I don't need this anymore. Oh wait, yes, I do. Oh my God. See this, you guys being a little like, I'm like, I did the tarot already. I'm like, no, you didn't, Lauren. You just did the general energies. I'm like so sucked in. Oh my God. Especially this lullaby energy. It's like, yes, a couple clarifying energies. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. One more. I have one more? Just one. No. Is that it? Are you sure? I don't believe you. I literally just heard take it if you want it, and it's the Three of Swords. I knew it. They were like, listen, this is what I get for being stubborn. They're like, yes, it is. That's fine. That's fine. We need to talk about it. First out, you have the Hierophant in reverse. This is you putting down those wands. This is you just like not trying to build a fire anymore. Next up, Lovers in reverse. This doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic relationship that you're just like giving up on. This could be like a job. You know, you could be looking at the situation, be like, given the current circumstances, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go back to work. And if I do go back to work in the field that I was at, I don't know if it's going to be the same there. It might all be different now. Like I'm just going to let it go. Like I'm going to do something else. Like this could be, you know, a very close friend of yours, your best friend, your soul tribe. This could be a situation that you have with someone in your family. Like I said, this could be work. This could be romantic. Next out, you have the Knight of Cups, so it could be romantic. Lava. That's what this card is. The only problem with the Knight of Cups is that he could be a little bit of a playboy. I mean, look at him. With his rolled up jeans, and he's got like a sleeve, and he's got these roses. Look at him. He looks like he plays like the bass guitar. It's just like, it's too good to be true. Is that you? Are you bringing something forth? Too good to be true? Maybe. See that little spark? That little spark? However, there is a white horse. There is a white horse on this card. Whatever opportunity, person, and this could be vice versa, this could be flipped. This could be someone in your environment or that you're very much connected to that is in this situation, and they're just like, you were the crab that maybe went to try and like, hey, I can help you build this fire, and they were like, nope, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna go over here, I'll wait out the rain, like it's cool, I don't, I'm a crab, I don't mind the water, it's cool, I'll just be over here. And you're watching someone else be like, I'm giving up the fight, just fuck it, and you're ready, you know, or they're ready to come in, or you're ready to come in, and this could be a new passion project, maybe, you know, an opportunity for an interview over Skype, whatever it is for you. But because there's a white horse on this card and not a dark horse, that makes me think that maybe it's not a dark night, you know, maybe this could be good. Maybe this could be a good little fire for you. Because it looks like Three of Swords, you got a good one coming. Look at the pain, the exhaustion, right? We don't want to feel like that. We don't want to feel like that. And we don't have to. We don't have to feel like that. We cannot, there's so little that we can control. Nothing is in our control for the most part. I think this whole experience has taught everybody that. And I've learned the hard way that like Source is going to do whatever Source wants to do. Whatever lessons they want to teach me, like I'm going to learn like sooner or later, like one way or another. I'm not really driving the car as much as I think I am. But the one thing that you absolutely can control is yourself. And making sure that you're making good decisions for yourself so that way you don't have to feel like this. Because nobody deserves to feel like this. And nobody wants to feel like this. It's a shitty ass energy. Three of Swords, Lovers in reverse. Nobody wants that. Absolutely. But you know what everybody wants? The Knight of Cups. What did I say about the bass guitar? What did I say about the bass guitar? Look at him. This is him during the day, right? And this is him at night when you're sleeping, creeping into your dreams. Male, female, it doesn't really matter. Energy is very fluid. You might even get help building the fire. I said 3 little crabs. That 3 of Swords, maybe that's why I'm picking up so much 3. 3, 3, 3. You guys seeing a lot of 3s? Seeing like 33, 3, 3, 3 a lot. So now that we have your general energies and we have a couple tarot cards to pretty much just confirm and clarify what our general energies told us, we're going to pull your 3D advice card. This is from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. The tarot that we used was the Light Seers Tarot. I don't think I mentioned that. And this is going to be how we can proactively help ourselves in our 3D life. I'm sorry. Thank you for being patient with me. It's unfortunate that allergy season started for me pretty much the same time as Corona started for everyone else, so that's not nerve-wracking at all. Every time I have a sniffle, I'm like, it's not true. I'm not like it. All right. I'm carrying Scorpio. Are you guys, maybe you have Scorpio on your chart. You should check your chart. Ooh! Is there anything else? You know, it's not in your suit, but it is what you're exhibiting and what you need to be exhibiting. Woo! Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Queen of Air. That's your 3D homework. Cut the shit. Not only cut your own shit, it's like that, like constantly trying, just like, It's like beating your head against the wall. Like, cut your own shit and then cut everybody else's shit out with it. Look at this owl. That's being wise. You know. You know. That's your 3D homework. And this is a queen energy, male or female, it doesn't matter. Come into your power. It's like she has wings coming off of her head. Fly. Rise. You got this. Quit your shit. And quit everybody else's shit too. Cut out all this crap. Cut out all this crap. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't like it. Look, not for my little baby cancers. That's probably why I've been calling you guys Krabby Patties for the last like 3 weeks. 2 weeks? I don't even know how long I've had this channel. 2.5 weeks maybe? I don't know. We've been hitting the ground running though. Yep. All 13 of us. Baker's dozen, baby. I'm very happy to have you all here. I love that as your 3D advice card. Because you know what? It's so clear and to the point. They're usually not like that. That's like the most clear and to the point 3D advice card. Oh, like her eyes are like bearing into my soul. Look at her. And she's smiling. It's like, she knows. You know, she's gonna be just fine. Gotta quit the shit. And then I gotta cut everybody else's shit out. Because you're wise. Look at you. You know. You might be seeking more gentleness. I keep looking at this flower spirit card and this treasure. It's reminding you of times when you were held, but it's not like, I'm not feeling like physically held. It's like emotionally or like spiritually held, just like feeling like safe. Like just, yeah, like a safety, you know, it's like, she's not afraid of falling off. Like, it's like looking for comfort. Done being crabby. It's good. That's good. I get by with a little help from my friends. That's in my head now. You guys, you had some very groovy songs on your shuffle playlist, but nothing like lyrically that stood out to me. But now they're like sending a bunch of songs that I get high with a little help from my friends. You guys quarantining and baking? No judgment. All right, let's see. Now that we know what we're gonna do to help ourselves, how are we gonna work with Spirit? Spirit, what's your advice for my little Cancers? What did I just say? Oh, you got 2. Interesting. Okay, so Spirit, they want to talk to you. They could be, like I said, this little Knight of Cups, like, could be like coming into your dream space for sure. But I also get a very big sense that your angels, your guides, your ancestors are trying to talk to you. Your higher self, they're trying to talk to you in your sleep. They're sending you messages. They're sending you messages in your dreams. Keep a little dream journal next to your bed, like a little voice note action. I don't know, whatever you got to do. Pray, ask them to help you remember your dreams. But they're sending you information. So, water. Okay, so first out, water. I was like, what did I just say? Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness. Remember, gentle, nourishing, rest. Right? There's that in-between time between like dropping all the little sticks or wands to like build that fire and like let it go out. There's a little bit of time in between that and like the sky clearing and the stars coming out, so you can see that like little ember that's still there before it grows. That in between, excuse me, is like difficult. It's uncomfortable. There's a lot of like time to think with yourself, and that's uncomfortable for everyone. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You know it. You know exactly what you need to do. And Spirit is trying to help you do it. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. That's lovely. I love that for you. Okay, so now we're gonna get your bridge card. We are gonna use the, this was the the Starseed Tarot. They all have the craziest names. I wish they, artistic liberties. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle. So it's gonna be your bridge card. So this is how we're gonna take what we know in our soul, the messages that our higher self are sending us, in combination of like working for ourselves, not against ourselves, clearing out the crabs that don't wanna help build. How are we gonna combine all that? Because it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. And we're already busy people, even on quarantine. I mean, I'm not really, but I'm sure you are. I'm sure my Cancers are busy. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Get comfortable. Ooh. And I have a bridge card. Ooh, thank you. Yes, my loves. Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. This is 52, 25. 25 breaks down to a 7. 7 is a bit of conflict, right? That emotional conflict in ourselves, like the conflict of feeling a little bit like you're trying and you're putting effort into something, and there are forces external to you that are like preventing its growth. I feel like that's the rain aspect that I'm getting. It's like, it could be an emotional thing, an emotional aspect for sure with the water, but it feels very much like elements like outside of your control, that are kind of like raining on your parade a little bit. And it's like, well, maybe there's a better parade. Maybe there's a different parade. Learn from the past, learn from your mistakes in ways that you've built fires and they've burned too big and too bright and they've burned out. ways that you built them and they weren't strong enough. They didn't have a good enough foundation, and so they couldn't sustain the heat to keep you warm. Ones that, you know, worked and then you tried to meddle with halfway through. However life experiences have transpired for you. It's about learning that wisdom, right? This owl, now that you have this wisdom, they're trying to help you connect the dots. That's what I'm hearing. They're trying to help you connect the dots. I feel like that's part of that foggy energy I was feeling like in the beginning. And once everything starts to clear and you get that clarity, that like when, but that only comes, I feel like, after you calm down, And also like the elephants as spirit animals, they're very much divine detour kind of animals, right? They're these huge, they're massive. They're so they're just magical creatures, truly. But what they do is they move things out of your way, into the way. They create new paths where paths did not exist before. It's very much of a divine intervention kind of energy. It's very much of this Hierophant in reverse kind of energy for me. Learn so you know better how to build. It takes two to make a thing go right. Why these songs of all the, they're okay. Because those are the songs you'll understand, Lauren. That's what they say to me. It's true. Spirit always like sends you messages in ways that you can understand. You just might, because they're ways that you understand, you might not realize that that's how they're talking to you. Like they talk to me a lot through music because they know that I pay closer attention to music. I'll pick a message up quicker or more clearly through like a lyric in a song that like will pop up on my Pandora or pop up on my YouTube or something like out of nowhere than I will like sitting here like that's not really how I do it. It's a whole thing. But everybody's got to find their process, like how you communicate best with spirit, like how you work with your higher self. Even if you just consider it like just the best of you, trying to pull out the best pieces of you. Work against the parts of ourselves that want to get in our own way. Because we can do it. We can do it. We can do anything that we want in this world, right? Right. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Feels like I should. Oh, the cards a little bit. See if they want to pull out another crystal card for you. This is gonna be your crystal card for the month of April to see if anything else. No. So with the deal with these crystals is you absolutely do not have to buy any crystals. If you decide that you want to buy crystals, it is best to buy them in person so you could kind of pick up which stone has the right frequency for you. Otherwise, you can buy them online. I bought stones online. It's great. It's fine. It's no problem. If you don't want to buy the stones, you absolutely don't have to. You can also get this deck in lieu of buying the stones. This is the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck. Another very long title. Otherwise, I'm going to read off the description of your crystal, and then you can just, if you find that it resonates, you can just take that in and then just pray to your source, whatever it is for you. And then ask them to help you embody these energies. And that's all you gotta do, because praying's free, y'all, all day. You got appetite. Acceptance. Appetite works at the interface between consciousness and matter to let go of what is outworn in your life. Clear away confusion or guilt. Accept the truth about yourself. You are a complex being with credits and deficits. Recognize these without judgment. Move away from aloofness or social alienation and show others who you truly are. Use your perspicacity. You have much to offer by way of service as you access insights for the collective good. Be inspired. Discern truth within. Recognize what is real in your world and restructure your reality. Don't be deceived by false fronts. See what is beneath. Develop your metaphysical perception. Things improve steadily. Understand that circumstances are merely learning opportunities. It is time to be of service to others. Teach what you know. Your intuition knows what's best for you. The frequency of this stone is high. It is good for the third eye and base chakras. It's good for Geminis, and it is good for discerning the truth within. And we love that. And I feel like I have to read all of these cards that I don't like to read on camera. But first of all, this is a beautiful, this is a gorgeous stone. Look at that, right? And we were talking about being in that in-between, right? That aloofness, that fogginess coming out of it. But it looks like in the month of April, you're going to. You're gonna work with Source, and you're gonna work on yourself, and you're gonna kill it. You're gonna build a whole new little fire, and it's gonna burn so bright for you. And it's gonna keep you warm, and it's gonna help you keep others warm. It's beautiful, it really is. So, Cancer, I hope that this message found you well. If you guys need anything, you know where to find me. If you wanna chit chat, do so in the comments down below. I think all of the other information you'll need will be in the description box. And otherwise, I will see you next week for your element in design readings for the month. Till then, I'll see you later, Cancer. Bye.